Hi guys, we're going to get started in just about 2 minutes. I see Courtney, hopefully you're seeing some video and sound now. And then hi Stacy, hi Ronnie, and hi Susie again. If you are here and you feel compelled or you want to say hello and send a little message, I love seeing who is on the other end of the screen, who I'm teaching. And if not, if you're already comfortable on your mat, just stay as you are. We'll get started. I have with me today, you see my little setup back here. I have 2 blocks and I have a blanket with me today as well. Those props aren't necessary, but I typically bring them up to my mat with me. So if you don't have blocks at home and you want something to provide a little more support, like some elevation from the earth, you can always grab books, or you can even grab some full water bottles, something that will provide you some height, something that you can lean on. So yeah, that's that. And then my blanket is really simple. It's just one that I would use just like a throw. So if you want any of those things, you can grab them. I'll give you the option and explain to you how I'm going to use them, but they are not necessary. And we'll go ahead and begin now. So I'll start, as always, with just some announcements. My name is Rachel, for anyone that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting in person. And in addition to being a teacher at Bella Prana, I am a teacher with Yoga for Change. So Yoga for Change, for anyone who doesn't know, is a nonprofit organization. And what we do is we bring yoga to underserved populations. So military veterans, those who are in recovery from substance and alcohol use, people who are incarcerated, and children. And you're, in addition to just being grateful that you are here and sharing your presence and practicing yoga with me this morning, or whatever time of day this video finds you, I am grateful for you supporting that cause. If you would like to make donations to that cause, you can Venmo yoga-change, and any donations support us in providing yoga to those populations. So we are going to get started this morning. This is a Flow Level 1 class. We're going to get started in a seated meditation. And if you would like, you can elevate yourself on a block or on a blanket. I'm going to choose to use my blanket this morning. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a roll so that I can sit just my sit bones on it, and then I will tilt my pelvis forward. That helps me to find a gentle release through my hips as I let my knees draw down toward the earth. And then you'll settle in, sit up nice and tall, and just check in with yourself. If you do begin to experience any kind of technical difficulties, we have Ronnie on the system with us. You could message her a question. You should be able to hear my voice clearly. And know that my words will guide you through the practice of yoga this morning. But your real guide is within. It's your breath and your intuition. So know that anything that I say is simply a suggestion or an offering. Choose to make this practice your own, whatever you need it to be. If it's comfortable for you, let your eyelids fall shut, or find just a soft gaze through the eyes halfway open. Notice your physical body, your posture. See if you can root down through your sit bones, lengthen through your spine, and draw your crown of head up toward the sky. Let your shoulder blades draw toward one another. Your shoulders just fall and roll back. Navel draws in towards your spine. Stack your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. as you settle into a stillness, recognize that your body may signal a need to move, like an itch or another minor discomfort. Can you challenge yourself to resist the urge to itch or scratch or adjust? And just be present with whatever comes up. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Part your lips and sigh out of your mouth. Again, inhale, fill up, belly rises, ribs expand, heart draws forward. Exhale, release. Another deep inhale. It's the deepest one you've taken all day long. Fill up your breath. Hold your breath at the top and then let it go. Audible sigh out of your mouth. From here, allow your breath to fall into its natural rhythm. So it's in and out through your nose, almost effortless. And without trying to control your breath, bring your full awareness to the sensation of breathing. Maybe it's the air traveling in and out through your nose that you really focus on. Or maybe it's that subtle rise and fall of your ribs, your belly, or your chest. Know that thoughts will happen, but when you notice that you're thinking, just see if you can come back to your breath. And know that every return to your breath is a return to the present moment. The past is a memory. The future is imagination. And the only place that you can truly physically exist is this very breath in this very moment. Now draw your awareness into your body, noticing physical sensation, where your body makes contact to whatever's supporting it. Your mat or a prop, the floor in your home, the earth itself. Feel the weight of your hands where they rest. And see if you can feel your heart beating. Now draw your awareness to the furthest place from your heart where you can feel your pulse. Fingertips or wrists, ankles or toes. Bring your awareness now to sound. Just notice anything you hear in your space or anything that's coming from mine. Maybe you choose first to focus on those sounds that seem most far off or faint. And then begin to draw your awareness to the sounds that are more present or more apparent. Remember that your breath and physical sensation and sounds are all anchors to the present moment. And these are tools that are available to you on your mat and off. So anytime you need that reminder to come back to here and now, the only moment that's real, use those anchors. You're invited to stay in stillness for as long as you want or need, or as soon as you're ready. Just begin to add in natural movement, whatever comes to mind right away that would feel good. You can keep your eyes closed, or you can open them and find a soft gaze, a focal point somewhere, maybe at the earth, just past your nose. You might be circling out your shoulders or rounding your head from side to side. Maybe it's another subtle movement, something happening with the hands or the wrists. There's no right or wrong way to do this. That goes for the whole entire practice. No right or no wrong way to do it. Honor your body. Honor moving safely and taking care of yourself. And make sure you breathe. And it's as simple as that. Once you've moved and wiggled out, find a neutral spine where your shoulders are right over your hips. Take an inhale and sweep your arms up to the sky. Connect your palms, lengthen your spine, and exhale to twist to your right. Bring your left hand to your right knee, your right hand down behind you. Your palm can plant on the earth, or you can tint up onto your fingertips to give yourself a little more height. Try to draw your belly button up and in. And as you breathe in, sit up a little taller. As you exhale, twist a little further through your mid-back, your thoracic spine. Take an inhale to unfurl, reach your arms energetically to the ceiling, and exhale to twist to the left. Sit up nice and tall, chin towards shoulder, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale to untwist, reach your arms high to the sky. As you exhale, draw your hands to heart center or let your hands fall towards your thighs. Close your eyes here for a moment, keeping palms connected, recognizing this is a symbol of gratitude. Invite in gratitude into your heart, into your mind, into your practice. And then from this place of gratitude, set an intention. What is it that you want to receive? What is it that you're looking for from the practice of yoga today? Over these past few weeks, I've noticed for myself just a level of discomfort amongst all the uncertainty. This need to look outside of myself and try to consult with someone else to find answers. And what I've realized is that no one really knows. We're all just doing our best to try and make it through this unknown time. So I invite you today to really dive into this practice of yoga and practice of self-inquiry and notice what comes up for you. And to approach whatever it is that comes up for you with courage, with the knowledge that you can do this. Whether that's you can do the yoga today, you can do the physical practice on your mat, or you can do whatever other obstacles or challenges are coming up for you off of the mat. You can do it. Along with your breath, allow your intention to guide you through your practice. Maybe you choose to borrow courage, or maybe there's something else that resides in your heart. Whatever that intention is, name it and claim it. And then on your next breath in, breathe it into the space of your body. As you exhale, send it out into the space around you. Next, inhale, arms reach high. Go ahead and extend your legs nice and long. And on your exhale, just gently fold forward over your legs. Your hands can come to rest on your shins or outside of your legs. Or if it would feel right for you, you can reach for the feet or the ankles or the calves and just take hold of any part of the body. Using that connection between your hands and your lower body to draw your chest towards your thighs. So we'll take 3 breaths here in stillness, in through your nose, out through your mouth. 2. Head hangs heavy. 1. Next inhale draws you up, lift up, reach up through your arms, and exhale, arms fall by your sides. Make your way onto tabletop, hands and knees. If you've got props underneath of you, a block or a blanket, move it off to the side. Or the blanket can become a cushion for your knees too, if you'd like. So unroll it, just place it to the midline of your mat. And then we'll come right into some free movement here. So take your rib cage side to side, roll out through your head. Maybe shift forward and back to stretch out through the wrists and the forearms. No right or wrong way to do this, and you're not limited to my suggestions, so anything that would feel good. Maybe you close your eyes here and just explore. Already exploring movement and exploring the connection to your own breath. That's self-inquiry right there. Noticing what comes up for you, listening to what you need. When this movement feels complete for you, bring your big toes to touch, let your knees splay wide, and arrive in child's posture. Arms extend forward, forehead bows to the earth. And can you receive what the universe is offering you in this moment? Can you receive and accept stillness? Can you receive and accept whatever else it is that's coming up? Take an inhale as you come to rise. Your shoulders drop right over your wrist. Spread your fingertips nice and wide, and then inhale your left arm up to the sky. Try to draw your heart open, stack left shoulder over right. We'll begin just by circling out the left wrist. So as you root down through your right hand, make sure you're not just dumping into your right wrist. Your fingers are spread wide, and then you're pressing into each fingertip to distribute the weight through your whole hand. You might get these wrist circles, or if you'd like, make larger circles with your whole arm, just sweeping your left arm back in space like you were doing the backstroke. Try to move slow, like your arm was pressing through water, like there was some kind of resistance there. And then also try to synchronize your circles with your breath. Allowing breath and movement to be fluid. Good. On your exhale, sink your sit bones down towards your heels. We'll thread the left arm under the right. So start to draw your left shoulder down to the earth and then walk your right fingertips forward. This is a combination of thread, needle, and child's posture with the intention of opening up through the left shoulder. Try to draw your right shoulder closer to the earth. Just let your temple and your cheek rest. And then press into your right palm, slide it in right underneath your right shoulder, rise up and release your left arm. Bring your left hand down to the mat, sweep your right arm high, second side, right shoulder, stacks over left, right fingertips reach energetically to the sky. Start to circle out your right wrist. And your gaze can be up towards your right hand, or if it feels more stable, always look to the earth. That can help you balance. Slowly these circles grow larger, perhaps big back strokes through your right arm. Moving with intention. Noticing any sticky or tight spots that come up. Maybe you stay and hold and breathe into that tightness until it subsides. On an inhale, fingertips reach high to the sky. And then exhale, sit bones draw down toward heels, right arm threads under left. Bring your right shoulder down to the earth, left fingertips reach forward, threading right arm under left. Draw your left shoulder to the earth. Begin to walk your left hand in, press into your palm, release your right arm high. Plant your right hand down to meet your left. Find the fullness of your hands connected to your mat. Tuck your toes, press into your palms, and lift your hips for downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, just kind of sway your hips side to side, and let your head hang heavy. I move my blanket off to the side. If you had props on your mat, you may want to move them just so that you have the freedom and the space. No distractions, no roadblocks. Good. Take an inhale, lift up through your heels, rise high to your tippy toes, and then exhale, heels draw toward your earth. Inhale, rise up, heels lift. Exhale, heels down toward your mat. Inhale, heels lift. This time, exhale, chest into your thighs. Bend your knees to create this shape, and then take your gaze forward towards your hands. Heels toward the earth, legs lengthen out. Keep your gaze forward though. Begin to tiptoe your feet toward your hands. You can bend your knees a lot to do this. Start to feel your weight transfer into your hands. And then when you can no longer step, become light through your fingertips, root down through your feet. Keep the bend in your knees. Take hold of opposite elbow and hang heavy for Ragdoll. Sway side to side. So the top half of your body is limp and loose, but your feet, they're rooted down firmly. Your legs are strong and engaged. Release your hands down to the earth or bring them to the front of your shins. Take an inhale and lift halfway. As you exhale, fold forward down over your legs. And inhale halfway up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, high mountain, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart or hands by your side. We'll move through half Sun Salutations, really connecting with breath. Inhale, sweep your arms high. And exhale, arms come wide, fold forward over your legs. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms climb. Exhale, fold. Half lift, breath in. Fold. Rise up, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one like that. Fold. Half lift. Fold. Rise up. Hands to your heart. Pause here and check in. Eyes closed. Thumbs draw into your chest. Forehead bows down toward fingertips. Root down fully through your feet. Feel this connection between your feet and the earth, between you and something outside of you. Recognize that there's this connection, this unity between all things. Between you and your surroundings, you and other people, you and everything that you perhaps view as separate from you is really connected. Can you use this time on your mat to honor that connection? To feel that connection just a little deeper. And it starts by feeling the connection to yourself. As you're ready to begin moving once again, take an inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale to fold forward down over your legs. Adding on here, inhale, half lift. Exhale, soften your knees to plant your hands and step your feet back. So an option here to keep your legs as they are in high plank, or to ground your knees for some additional support and stability. We'll take an inhale, shift the weight forward. For this first one, exhale all the way down to your belly, heart to the earth. Inhale, draw your heart forward, Cobra Pose, elbows stay bent, and exhale into Child's. Keep moving. Inhale, rise through table. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward dog. Gaze to the top of your mat, lift your heels, bend your knees, tiptoe, step, or hop lightly forward, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Building heat, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Option to move through this series as we did before. Drop your knees or not. Or inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Good, pause. And then inhale to draw your heart forward. Tops of feet press into the earth, upward facing dog. Exhale, press into your palms, roll over your feet, downward facing dog. If you took the first variation or first option, meet us in down dog. Let an inhale draw you through tabletop and an exhale to bring you into dog. We'll all take gaze forward, lift heels, bend knees. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale through a half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Take it through once more. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, dive forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, hands plant back to high plank. Good, and then take it your own way. An inhale draws you forward, an exhale lowers you toward the earth. An inhale opens your heart, and exhale brings you into place of rest. So where you'll have the option of using the next 12 breaths to guide you into a meditation in stillness in down dog or child, or to drive your movement, taking it through one more time. In the absence of my cues, just follow your breath. And if you're unsure of the way, you can look up at the screen, or you can just close your eyes and trust yourself to find the way. Remembering that there is no right or wrong. If you close your eyes and follow your breath and intuition, wherever you end up is exactly where you need to be. As you arrive in stillness, make your way into child. If you're already there, that's where we'll meet you. And with your arms extended forward, you have the option of staying. If your shoulders need a little rest, you can bring your arms down by your side for embryo. Or if arms are extended forward and you'd like to enhance the shape, begin to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, providing opening through the left side of your body. Find your edge. Breathe into it. As soon as you've made the decision about where you want to be, just acknowledge that place and you are enough. Begin to crawl your hands through center if you're moving with me. Take them over to the left. Find your fullest expression. Stay and breathe. And then crawl your hands through center. Press into your palms, come to rise through table. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward dog. Send your right leg high, take a breath in. So if you want to drop down to the left knee for additional support, just know that that's always an option. You can do whatever we're doing in down dog and tabletop. We'll bend through the right knee, begin to open up through the right hip. Try to keep your shoulders level to the earth. And then if you'd like to add in some movement, you can start to circle out your right leg or circle out your right foot. Whether you're still or you're moving, there's an emphasis on your breath. It's fluid, it's very present. Send your right leg to the sky, take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. We'll step the right foot through. So if you have to lift up through your hands to get it there, that's totally fine. Draw your left knee down to the earth and then sweep your fingertips high, low lunge. Your right knee tracks over your right ankle. Your fullness of your right foot roots down into the earth. Top of left foot can be pressing into the earth, or if it feels more stable, tuck your toes. Take an inhale where you are. On your exhale, sweep your fingertips back in space. Crown of head reaches forward. And just as you felt when we were moving through the arm circles, the back strokes, envision that your arms are moving through water. There's some kind of resistance. Reach your arms high, lift back up. Twice more. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Crown of head forward. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, sweep your fingertips back. Crown of head forward. Torso lengthens. Navel draws up and in. Option to stay or start to straighten through your right leg. So if the hands need to come down to frame the right leg at any point in time, do that. Provide the stability that you need for this shape. Or the fingertips can continue reaching back in space. You're using your core to stabilize you. Steady with your breath. Inhale to come to rise. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, left hand plants inside your right foot. Right fingertips to the sky, palm opens up. Stay as you are or draw your left heel in, reach back through your right arm, create the shape, or reach for your right foot, or left foot rather, and receive your foot into your hand. Getting a nice quad stretch in. Release your right arm down to frame your right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift up through your left knee. Take your gaze forward of your right big toe and step your left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise high, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, mountain posture, hands to heart. Inhale, fingertips sweep against the earth, sit down low into chair. Root down through your heels, draw your heart forward, shoulder blades down your back. Take an inhale in stillness, and then exhale, twist to your right. Sweep your right arm back, left arm forward. Gaze back for your right fingertips, sit a little lower into your chair. Stay for the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Next inhale, untwist, reach your arms high, straighten through your legs. Exhale with a sigh of relief, fold forward over your legs. Take an inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back, high plank. So an option to come right into rest, down dog or child, or take it through a flow, your own way. And then arrive in stillness between sides. Notice what comes up for you in that stillness. This is a beautiful time to pause and look inside. Close your eyes maybe. Just listen to what thoughts you're saying or repeating. Listen to your own internal dialogue. This might be a good time to draw your awareness back to your intention. Maybe remind yourself to be present or courageous or whatever it was that you were working to create. If you were in child's, meet us in down dog or table, and then inhale your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, bend into your knee, open up through your hip, and remain still or add circles in. Send your left toes to the sky, deep inhale. Exhale, knee draws in, foot plants between your hands. Right knee to the earth, low lunge posture, reach your arms to the sky. Check your alignment, left knee is over left ankle, your hips are stacked over your right knee. Stay for the inhale. On the exhale, fingertips sweep back, crown of head forward. Inhale, arms reach high. Good, exhale, press back. Once more, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fingertips reach back. Option to stay with the bend in your knee or drive your left heel into the earth. Work to straighten out through your leg. So keep your arms reaching back in space or bring your hands to blocks or the earth, whatever you need for support. Making this shape and this time spent here valuable to you. So it may look different than where you were on the other side. Use your next inhale to draw you back to your lunge. Exhale into the twist, right hand inside your left foot. Left arm reaches up, palm open. An option to stay or draw your right heel in, reach back for your foot. If you've got a hold of your foot, kick your foot into your hand. Or focus on drawing your heel in more towards your glute. Different sensations. Release your right foot, left hand down. Tuck your right toes, lift up through your knee, gaze forward of your left big toe, and step your right foot up to meet left. Take an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to chair. And then exhale, find your twist to the left this time. Right arm forward, left arm back. You want to make sure that your weight remains in your heels. If you look down at your feet and you notice that the right knee is jutting off forward, try to bring it back in space in line with the left. That means that your pelvis is level. Stay for the inhale. The exhale. Next inhale, come to rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back through a flow or right into rest. And remember, once you've decided what you need, where you want to take this, acknowledge and recognize that that's enough. Try not to question your decisions or overthink them. Trust. Find stillness in your body. Try to mirror that same stillness in your mind. And then take your time finding your way back into downward facing dog. Take your gaze to the top of your mat. Lift up through your heels. Bend through your knees. Tiptoe, step, or hop forward. Take an inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale to fold forward over your legs. And inhale to rise. Reach your arms high. And exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. We'll come into a standing balance from here. Look down towards your feet. Root down through your right foot and begin to draw your left knee up and into your chest. So maybe the femur and the thigh come right out from the hip. You flex through your foot and keep your palms connected. If you'd like some support for yourself, you can interlace your fingers right around the front of your left shin. Find your gaze at the earth somewhere in front of you. That's going to help you to balance. And then we'll take a slow, generous step back through the left foot. So begin to shift your heart forward toward the earth. Send your left toes back. Tuck your left toes at the back of your mat and come into a lunge. Deep in through your right knee. High crescent. Arms reach overhead. Beautiful. Using the balance, the challenge in the balance to arrive. And then settle in. Allow this shape now to feel just a little more stable, a little more secure. Take an inhale where you are. And then exhale into warrior two. Bring your left heel to the earth. Sweep your left arm back in space. Deep in through your right knee. Arms reach in opposite directions. Nice strong quads. Take an inhale. On your exhale, let your shoulders fall. Inhale up and over into reverse warrior. Reach through your right arm. Let your left hand slide down your left leg. Inhale draws you up. Straighten through your right leg. Arms come parallel to the earth. Begin reaching through your right fingertips. When you can no longer reach, hinge down. Find triangle. Right arm to your right shin. Left arm reaching up to the sky. Working to stack your shoulders. If you have a block and you'd like to use it, it'll come right inside your right foot. It'll bring the ground a little closer to you. And that way you can press your hand into the block as you reach up through your left fingertips. On your inhale, keep your legs, rise up, reach overhead with your right arm. Reverse triangle this time. And then exhale brings you into warrior two. Soften your right knee. Bring both hands down, frame your right foot. Keep your right foot planted, come to the ball of your left, and then slide your right foot back in space. An option for a flow or to come right into rest, downward dog or child. Use your breath to get you there. And then from down dog, gaze forward, lift your heels, bend your knees, tiptoe, step, or hop forward. Inhale through a half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to heart. Second side, left foot roots down, right knee into your chest. Right foot is active. Always an option to bring hands to the right shin for support. We're stepping the right toes back. So move confidently, move slowly. Steady your balance, gaze forward, chest bows forward, right toes tuck. Arms sweep high, find crescent lunge, navel drawn up and in. Take an inhale and an exhale. Sink a little lower. Open yourself up into warrior two. I'm going to spin around just to change my orientation. Your left foot is at the top of your mat. Your right foot is in line with the short edge of your mat. You're gazing out past your left fingertips. Stay for a breath. Inhale draws you up and over to reverse warrior. And then lengthen out through your left leg. Bring your arms parallel to the earth. Send your right hip back in space. Reach forward through left fingertips. Hinge your way down, left hand to left shin, reaching actively inside your ankle or resting lightly on the earth or a block. Reach up through your right fingertips. Keep your legs, rise up, reach back, reverse triangle. Exhale brings you into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down, frame your left foot. Slide your left toes back to meet the right. Take it through a flow into down dog or child's. And child's pose is where we will meet. So if the movement feels nice in your body, you can move a little freely here. Just kind of check in with what you need. Acknowledge that more movement is going to help to build more heat in your body, more heat in your practice, perhaps more energy. Just know if you're moving in that direction, move with intention. Whereas stillness might provide an element of rest. Stillness can also challenge you in a much different way. It's giving yourself the time and the space to really pay attention with no distractions to what is coming up. Reminding yourself to accept and have the courage to face whatever it is that you notice when you look within. For me at least, a lot of times even in my yoga practice, I'm constantly looking for a distraction, especially when things feel difficult. But when you allow yourself and the world around you to slow down, you're presented with actually quite a lot that comes up amongst that stillness. I think we're all experiencing that in our own way during this time. Maybe this courage transpires off your mat. From child's pose, if you made your way there, we'll rise back up, right into downward facing dog. Toes are tucked, hips are high. We'll take an inhale, sweep the right leg high up to the sky. Another option to bend through your right knee and open your hip. So this time stillness or circles, or if you would like, shift your weight forward so your shoulders come over your wrist. And then flip your dog. Step your right toes behind your left leg. Spiral your belly and your heart up to the sky. Let your right hand drop back and your gaze fall towards your right hand. And then release your right hand down to the mat, back to three-legged dog, right toes to the sky. As you exhale, draw your right knee in, shift forward and tap your right shoulder. Take an inhale, send your right leg high. And exhale, right knee draws in, tap right. One more time, inhale, send your right leg high. As you exhale, draw your right knee in. Step your right foot outside your hands for a lizard lunge. So here I give you lots of options. You can keep your left toes tucked, keep your palms connected to the mat. Keep this really nice and active. If you'd like, bring your left knee down to the earth for additional support. You can keep your hands to the earth. You can bring your forearms to the earth or to blocks just to get into the right hip a little more. And then once you settle in, maybe your right knee starts to rotate out. That means your right sole of your foot is lifting up off of the earth and you're getting a deeper stretch through the external rotation of your right hip. You always have the option of using your right arm to assist, either pressing your hand into the thigh, avoiding your knee, or reaching your right arm all the way back, going for that quad stretch again. It's going to feel a little more intense here. I arrived, I decided that is not where I want to be today, so I'm going to honor that. Bring both forearms down. We've got 5 breaths here. Allow your breaths to be full and complete. Lean into this discomfort. Make your way back onto your hands, palms to your mat. We'll tuck the left toes, lift up through your left knee. We're stepping left foot forward to come into a squat or garland pose, so the gaze to the earth will help to ground you. Shift your weight forward and back several times, and then step your left foot outside of your hands. Draw your sit bones toward the earth, connect your palms, an option to bring a block underneath of your body for support. Or if this isn't working for you, you can always sit on the ground and then keep your feet to the earth. Just reach your arms inside of your legs. You receive the same stretch through your hips. If you are in garland pose, with your hands at your heart, once again, settle in to the discomfort. Try to breathe into it. You can do anything for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, let your jaw soften. 1. Good. Slowly come to rise. Press into your feet. Come into a standing forward fold. And then heel toe your feet right underneath of your hips. Allow your head to hang heavy. Ragdoll, just as we did at the beginning of class. Or if you'd like a deeper stretch, take your 2 peace fingers, bend a lot through your knee, and then hook your big toes. With fingers hooked to your big toes, start to draw your crown of head toward the earth. Keep your chest drawn in toward your thighs, and then maybe start to straighten out through your legs, letting your elbows come wide. Release your hands, draw them towards your shins. Take an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Plant your hands, step back, option to flow or option to come into rest. Yogi's choice. Inhale your left leg tall. And exhale, left knee bends, open your hip. Stillness or circles. Or wild thing, flip your dog, bring your shoulders over your wrists first, and then step your left foot behind the right. Open up through hips and heart, let your gaze drop back towards your left hand. Good, left hand down to the earth, left leg tall and long, inhale. Exhale, left knee draws in, taps left tricep or elbow. 2 more times, inhale, left leg tall. Exhale, left knee draws in, use your core, press your palms into the earth. Inhale 1 more time. And exhale, left foot plants outside of your hands. I'll walk you through those options again. Honor this side of your body. It may not look exactly like the first time around. First option, hands and right toes tucked. Second option, drop to your right knee. Decide what you'd like to do with your hands or your forearms, maybe bringing them to props or closer to the earth. And then maybe the left knee starts to spiral out. You expose the sole of your left foot. But you can always assist with your left hand. Press it to the inner thigh, help the knee draw out. Or reach back, draw your right heel in, take hold of your foot. Wherever you are, move with confidence. Find your edge. And then work into it. Know that courage lives on the edge. 5 breaths. Hands to the earth, move any props out of your way. Tuck your right toes, lift up through your right knee. We transition forward, rocking forward and back several times. Eventually stepping right foot, outside right hand, come into your squat. Hands draw to the heart. You can always take a seat here if that would feel better for you. Connect your palms, close your eyes. And activate through your core, whether you're supported by the earth or a block, or you're supporting yourself. Allow the shape to hold engagement. Allow yourself to feel strong and engaged and like you're working. Try to invite in a sense of stillness or a sense of softness across your face. In your mind's eye, invite in a sense of peace and a sense of calm. A standing forward fold is where we'll meet, hands to the earth, lift up through your legs, just kind of sway side to side here. You can keep your feet nice and wide, and as you bend into each knee, just let your knee track over your toes. We'll heel toe feet together. Take it through a half lift, a fold, and then rise up, reach through your arms, and exhale, hands to your heart. And pause here for a moment in mountain, close your eyes, just once again checking in stillness. Notice what's happening inside of you, what's happening with your emotional state. Maybe notice what has shifted or changed since you first arrived on your mat. And whatever emotion that comes to mind for you, can you find that emotion held somewhere in your physical body? Whether it's a sensation of feeling energized or exhausted, confident, weak. And allow yourself to feel. Give yourself permission to feel and to be. One final inhale right here. Exhale. Inhale to reach your arms high. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Plant your hands in option for one final flow, or to come into down dog or child's. You know what you need. Wherever that brought you, we'll meet in table. And then just swing the legs off to the side, find your seat. And extend your legs forward. And we'll come into a seated forward fold. So we found this shape at the very beginning of class, and I encourage you to make it really passive and just really gentle, rounding forward. As you do so here, reach your arms to the sky as you enter into this posture. Again, just notice the subtle or dramatic differences. As we begin to hinge forward, try to keep your spine long and flat until you can no longer hinge from your hips. And then when you can no longer hinge, begin to round, maybe inviting that bend into your knees, just to make it a little less intense on your hamstrings. Your hands can reach for your ankles or your feet. You continue to allow your head to hang heavy. And then decide if you'd like it to be active or passive. And either using your breath, and on each inhale, focusing on lengthening your spine, on each exhale, creating more compression in your body. Or just make it really passive. Let your breath begin to fall into a natural, effortless rhythm. And just allow your physical body to be soft. Take an inhale, come to rise, lengthen your spine, reach up through your arms. And exhale your hands down to the earth. Plant them down, fingertips towards your toes, hands behind you, just one handprint. Bring your feet down to the mat, knock your knees to the right and to the left. And then once more each side, a little reset in your hips perhaps. Good. And then soles of feet to the earth. You can scoot your way forward. We'll make our way down onto our back, so hands can come to the back of your thighs, the front of your shins, or reach actively forward. And then slowly start to round vertebrae by vertebrae. And once your shoulders, head, and neck connect to the earth, draw your knees up and into your chest, and then give yourself a little squeeze as you rock from side to side. Plant your feet down onto the earth, knees up toward the sky, palms down to the earth, framing your torso. We'll come into a bridge pose. Press your palms and feet into the earth, lift up through your hips. The weight comes into your shoulders. So careful, not into your neck. And then start to drive your heels into the earth. Really engage through your quads at the front of your thighs. You can keep your hands as they are, or maybe you hold your own hand just towards your low back and roll each shoulder underneath of your body. If you've chosen this option, try to press your thumb or your pinkies rather into the earth. Lift up through your hips and your heart. And then let your arms come off by your sides, palms down, rise up to your tippy toes, slowly lower from top to bottom of your spine. Knees to the right and to the left. And then really gently, just let your knees drop over to the right. Keep them drawing down toward the earth as much as possible so the knees are staggered. And then draw your chin towards your left shoulder. If you'd like to add just a little more intensity to this, if you want to feel a little more, you can bring your right ankle just outside of your left thigh. So this helps to create a little weight, drawing your knees closer to the earth. Come back through center, both feet plant, gaze up to the sky, knees right and left again. And then knees drop toward the left. And so stay just as you are, or left ankle maybe crosses right on top of the right thigh, chin draws to your right shoulder. left foot down to your mat. Gaze is to the sky, knees right and left. And then the final posture that I will offer this morning is a supported fish pose. So I'm going to give you some options to get there. And even if you don't have props with you today, I'll find an option for you that should work. I'm going to walk you through the options with props first, and if you know where you're headed or you know where you want to go, obviously you have the freedom to go right there. So first is if you have blocks, what you can do is you can set your blocks up. So the top one is horizontal, and this one will support your head. It can be done at its lowest setting, or it can be done at its second setting. And then what you'll want to do is take your second block, and it's going to go vertically, and it's going to go down the length of your spine. So it will fit right in between your shoulder blades. And once again, can be at its lowest setting, or if you're looking for a deeper heart opening, you can bring it toward the second setting. So one goes, remember, horizontally there to support the head. The other block at the same height goes right in between the shoulder blades, right at the length of the spine. And then once you recline down over the blocks, what you'll find is you may need to wiggle a little bit to find the just right place. You don't want there to be any pinching in your lower back or outside around your shoulder blades. So just adjust. That is one option. If you've got a blanket with you and you want to create that nice roll that we sat on, or perhaps sat on at the beginning of class, you can do that nice roll. That blanket is going to come down the length of your spine, and then you'll recline over it. This one will feel just a little more gentle. Your arms can come off by your side. And if you don't have props with you today, but you'd like to receive that sensation of opening up through your heart, you're going to recline down onto your forearms, almost like you were just relaxing out in a park or at the beach, and then keep your palms to the earth, and then just allow your head, if it feels okay, to drop back in space. But if you have fish in your practice, you can go there too. It's always an option. Just try to settle in wherever you are. Feel that deep sensation of just allowing your heart to open. And if this feels like a suitable place for you to rest, you can always stay for your final rest here. And try to stay for at least 5 more breaths. And then when those 5 breaths are complete, or when you decide that that posture is complete for you, just move any props off to the side if that's what you're choosing. Find a space and a shape where you can rest comfortably for the next few moments. And if there's any movement or any final postures that you need before that time comes, remember, that's your choice, your freedom to go there. As you settle into that place of rest, your final posture, remember, and I always say this, that this time is built into your yoga practice. It's time that you've already carved out for yourself in your day. But what you do with it is up to you. So as you settle in, can you make a conscious decision to choose rest? As you settle in, I'll share with you one of my favorite poems that I find to be a really nice reminder during these times, by Dana Falls, and it's called Being Present. She says, breathe, relax, and feel. Take time to slow down the pace of life. Watch the rise and fall of moods, the birth and death of dreams. Feelings and sensations seem so real, yet they shift like changing clouds and flow with the high tide out to sea again. Allow it all to be. No need to grasp or push away. Present with each moment, the whole of you, body, mind, and soul, opens to receive. Allow yourself in these final moments to be open to receive rest, to be open to receive whatever else comes up. Remember that thoughts will enter. It's a normal function of your brilliant human mind. When you notice that you're thinking, just have the awareness to come back to the breath each and every time. Your breath, your physical sensations that you experience, and the sounds that are present all around you can each be an anchor to bring you back. Begin to scan your awareness through your physical body, starting in your toes and slowly making your way up toward your head. Notice if there are any places or points in your body that feel as though they're still holding on. Maybe your shoulders, or your jaw. Sometimes it's just the breath that we're holding on to. Let it all soften. Allow your hands and your feet and the back of your head to feel heavy. Allow your eyelids to feel heavy. Allow your body, your mind, your soul to rest. Acknowledge your intention and your efforts today. Acknowledge how you are feeling right now. Decide if this is a feeling or a sensation that you want to carry with you into the rest of your day. If it is, my hope for you is that you are able to remember this class and this time spent on your mat. You're able to carry a little piece of it with you. Or if things came up for you that you're ready to leave behind, just leave them right here on your mat. Let them go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs to the top. Part your lips. Sigh out. 2 more like that. In. And out. Last one. In. And out. If you have the time and the space, rest for as long as you want or need. If you'd like to join me, just in adding gentle movement back into your body, you may do so. Circling hands and wrists, feet and ankles. Reach your arms in your own time up over your head, point through your toes, make the longest version possible of yourself. Just kind of take it side to side. And then hug your knees up and into your chest. Wrap yourself up, give yourself this great big embrace. And while you have yourself in an embrace, which is a physical expression of love, say something kind to yourself in your mind too, an affirmation. And then find your way slowly in your own time up to your seat. We'll meet just in an easy, comfortable seat. Hands rest at your thighs or palms connect at your heart. Good. I am so grateful for each of you who chose to show up for yourself, who chose to join in the practice of yoga and allow me to be a part of that experience. So from my heart to yours, thank you so very much. I hope that you have a beautiful day. Thank you to Bella Prana for hosting this live stream and setting up this awesome virtual platform. Thank you to Yoga for Change for trusting me to teach this community class. And thank you to each of you that chose to participate. So let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, just in the comments, I guess, or if you have any feedback for us, just as far as the virtual platform goes, any technical difficulties that you experienced, you can let us know that as well. Awesome. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Ashley. Great. Thank you, Ronnie. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have an awesome day.